I know these teams have been doing lots of cash out streams as well because they got to get practice in on both sides there, as you mentioned, because the cash out is just as important as the 3v3 final round type playstyle. But here we go. We're getting into Vegas. And yeah, looking like pretty much same loadouts coming out of both team here. Didn't really expect any swaps coming out. Still have Revo coming out of Vanguard. Still got the Shack coming out of Manda here. And immediately gating up to get on this high ground sky bridge coming up here on this metal walkway. Trying to find out where Vanguard is. Vanguard taking Mega Pad up on there, and they're just getting in there aggro. Both Dome Shields ends up going out. Not a whole lot of damage yet, but Krieger actually ends up getting bursted down by the light. Both lights end up getting fixed on both mediums. It is now a light and heavy 2v2 as Manda ends up going down. And Arpika is going to go down next. Now it's a 1v1, but it's a light versus a heavy. Red Fox, 1 HP. Can he take down Drax? He's trying to dance around, put him on skates, going invis, trying to play his life. He doesn't have a lot of time here, but gets his regen back really fast. But Drax coming out with the huge damage. This is such a tough fight for Light against the heavy. He's going to opt to try to go down again, get his regen. Drax might be going for a res here. He's got to try to stop this res. He does. Huge damage coming out. Now he does have the high foot here, but the dome is back, and he's going to play through that dome. He doesn't have a glitch, so he's got to try to shoot through it, but the coins end up coming back. The team ends up coming back, and Red Fox finally ends up taking out Drax as the rest of his team ends up showing up, and now Ape Squad is on the offensive, trying to figure out where the rest of the team is. Vector gets chased down here by Manda. That DMAT coming through, but he does end up going down. Now it is only Arpika left alive again. Holy moly, Sensoyo.
Yeah, if you wanted to eat good, you're having some spaghetti right now because that play was just wild. I mean, we're going into cash out one, hasn't even been tapped yet. We've seen points from both sides and some great regen plays, but now our Pika taking out Krieger. Krieger overextending. This is a little bit of a silly play. Our Pika now hearing the footsteps gonna make the run away. And I think another coin's gonna be coming out from Executor unless Drac has that body in hand. We're gonna be seeing the chase down, and our Pika finally gets that res. And Ape Squad and everyone back up.
Wow.
Honestly,
yeah,
I have no words from that whole fight. That was just kind of wild.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight to start off the game, and the box is finally just now getting moved as the gateway comes out of Ape Squad. They're gonna try to go over here and plug it into B. But there's already a fight going off as Vanguard is right behind them. Krieger trying desperately to get out. Unfortunately, doesn't make it. Krieger ends up going down. That is a really good entry pick from Vanguard here. Ape Squad gonna be on the back foot. That APS blocking, I think, the dome shield there, and Manda ends up going down. Now it is only Red Fox, and he's gonna have to wait for. Oh, he does end up getting a res. So let's see if they can get Manda though, or they might have to wait for a coin. I'm not sure. But Vanguard gets really good entry level picks, gets this swap, and Vanguard does hold this point now.
Yeah, and that's going to be a great situation for Vanguard. They were able to get an isolated pick on Krieger, which allowed them to find another isolated pick on Manda. Red Fox just looking to get that reset on Krieger, just, I mean, opening things up right open for Vanguard. Now we're going to be posturing up. The way they play, it seems like our Pika likes sitting on this high ground, loves playing these flanks as Lights do. And we see a little bit of a stall game come out from Executor and Drax just sitting and waiting for them to hop on the point. They love to put this play into an advantage state because once your opponent's on the box, it basically turns into a 2v3 situation unless an early pick comes out. It's just integral for our Pika to not get taken out. It's integral for our Pika to be able to play on these flank positions to appeal for Drax and Executor, but Invis Bomb coming out to try and play that. Red Fox looking in that direction, going to be looking out for a light. Now the attention is taken straight on as Drax gets taken down to 3-bar. Manda going to be looking for a steal of his own. He's going to be positioned up pretty well, but that dome's not going to protect him the entire time. He has to know he has to get off as Vanguard comes and triangulates.
Yep, but big heals coming out onto Manda now. He does end up getting back to full health, but gets blasted down by that 93R. Picks coming out of both teams here. But the mine, unfortunately, his own team's mine ends up taking up the rest of Drax's HP. And now they have a little bit of left time, and they don't have enough time. Vanguard is going to take this first box. But a really good fight from Ape Squad there, almost turning it around, just not quite in time. Vanguard able to hold it long enough to secure this first cash out.
Yeah, that's exactly what Vanguard wants. Their play just went to a T. They play that first stall. Arpika just basically cleans up. I mean, they bought enough time at kiting and from that initial fight to just like sit tight, wait for that box to happen, and they just won the fight. I mean, that's exactly what their playstyle is made to do. They played their strategy to a T there, like I said. So, I mean, now we're just waiting
and
for
the
this
only
next box to be played.
downside, yeah, I agree. And the only downside coming out of having the invis bomb there from the light is that they don't have glitches. So those mines and the C4 on the point is able to buy them so much more time because they have to shoot them out to be able to get on there. And that gas was able to buy them some more time on that point. It might have even won it for them. But Ape Squad does get this plug on the next box here. Vanguard all on the roof, trying to make their way in. Ape Squad does hear them. They are going for a counter pad here as the C4 opens up the roof. APS on the ceiling, though, ends up blocking the RPG. They weren't able to open up that roof. And Vanguard might just get this swap here with that clutch APS. They do. Now Ape Squad is going to have to be on the offensive. Red Fox sees Arpika trying to get some damage off on it, but Arpika end up able to get out here. Lots of information coming out of Arpika here with this positioning. Now he's going to try to make his way back in, but Red Fox trying to mark the enemy light here so that his team can have free reign. If they don't know where that light is, they have to be really careful about these plays. But they break off these mines and the C4. They're going to go for a counter play of their own. The DMAC comes in through the roof, and the winch ends up pulling him all the way up to the roof. Mando's got to get out of there quick, but he ends up dropping right back down onto another C4 and ends up going down. Krieger quickly grabs that body, does end up getting the fib, but Red Fox, unfortunately, ends up going down to the RPG on the other side of the room. Vanguard making some big plays here. Ape Squad is going to have to take some time to recover again here. And we are coming up to less than half the time available on this box. Vanguard still in control. Huge damage coming out. Heals not quite enough, maybe because Krieger's still half health. Amanda ends up getting taken up. That Pika, huge damage, making sure that they can't rotate here. Krieger ends up getting some damage off on his own, but our Pika going crazy work with that 93R as he trades both half health. Ape Squad's going to have to make a play here pretty soon. Does end up breaking that C4, but it does get those mines as well, too. And the counter winch coming out of Drac with a really well-timed dome shield. He ends up going down, though, still. There's not a lot of time left on this point. Vanguard ending up pretty convincingly taking match 2 here with really well defensive plays on that cash out. It's going to be match 3. That's going to be Las Vegas in the hands of Vanguard, making their run back. I mean, like we said, these adaptations coming out, I mean, that was their map. They had some great early picks. They played their strategy to a T. They got exactly what they needed to do done, getting those picks on Krieger early on for that first point, then finding that pick off on Manda, winching him back up from that high ground. Fantastically played from Vanguard to swing that in their favor. I mean, that was just a great, honestly, like pretty dominant performance for them on that map.